Good day. This is Cast Iron ASMR with Ralph Snart Adventures, issue number 1. I just noticed this is a miniseries, part 1 of 3, and I'm pretty sure because I read this a few days ago. And Ralph Snart must have existed before this miniseries. This isn't, I don't think, his first appearance. I would have seen this on the shelves. Maybe not this exact one, but I knew of Ralph Snart in 91. This is it's 91. And I remember looking at comic books at my local convenience store. They'd be in, not a spinner, but some racks. And I do remember this comic, and I also remember like sort of looking at it like, who would buy this? It didn't look interesting to me. It actually, here's an ad on the back for Speed Racer, Don't Blink, coming soon. Comics, Speed Racer. Maybe I'd heard of Speed Racer, but I hadn't seen the cartoon yet because it didn't air where I lived. Okay, so I read this the other night. It was suggested in the comments by Tom Elvis Smith. And so I read it with an open mind. And when I looked at the cover, I thought, oh my goodness, this guy reminds me of this animated short that they used to play on Canadian television. It was made by the National Film Board. And I just looked it up because I thought, I think he had the big nose. Like, look at how exact that almost is. It's uncanny. And this was a very funny animated short that would play. And he wanted to saw the table, and I thought it was really funny. It was like, and then his wife there they're having an argument, and she's like, why are you always sawing the table? I'm not sawing the table. How do I make this thing go? I took a couple pictures. I just looked this up. Oh yeah, here he goes. I'm not sawing the table. And they're playing Scrabble. That's a fun word to say, Scrabble. It's like you're saying scramble, but you have a cold. Anyway, so, oh, and then I didn't know what the name of this was. So just on YouTube, I'm like, if I just type in, I'm not sawing the table, will it come up? And it's that famous, it did. And the name of this animated short was The Big Snit. Ralph Snart, Big Snit. I remember seeing even a interview with the animators. When I was a kid, I wanted to like draw and either like be an animator or draw comic strips. And the animators were saying, yeah, it takes so long. And they said, you start to doubt whether this is even funny or not. Because I don't know, it took them a couple of years or something to make, maybe a year. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. The sun was coming in, but I got a tip. I was going to clean the window. Actually, I was going to see if this was going to work, but if you're concerned about chemicals and how they used to do it, get a newspaper. It has to be newsprint. And some vinegar. And then spray that on. And I just wiped with the newsprint. Until it's dry, and then it's really clean. I don't know how that sounds. Okay, I think that's clean enough. This was my weekly world news. It's like blowing around outside. Alright, with no further ado, let's review this comic. I viewed it the other night. I read it. Ralph Snart's Adventures. Okay. So I was coming in blind. Got Ralph Snart here. I'm trying to remember. So, like, it was okay. I was trying to figure out he looks like. Yeah, so I guess he's crazy. He's in a straight jacket up there. His eyes are kind of googly. Oh, yes. And there's the comic take where his eyeballs are popping out of his head. But it's a little bit like, I don't know, counterculture comic art style. The eyes are all bloodshot, and it's kind of gross looking. Oh, is this his wife? Oh man, I did just read this. Yeah, that's his wife, his girlfriend. That's his kid. Yeah, does he got kids? Oh, and I remembered this guy. When I saw him, he looked very familiar. And I don't think that I'd ever read this comic before. Maybe it reminds me of like some animated cartoon thing or something. I think that I'm not going to do this review justice, maybe. What's going on? So at the time, it's this 91, you got to think that, like, on the cultural scale of things, like maybe like The Simpsons, like cartoons, the adult humor was pretty new. There was no South Park. So this would be like kind of shocking maybe and neat to see. Like, oh, look at this guy. He's getting mad. Do they swear in this? They might swear in this. I didn't really understand what was going on. Let's see if I get this. What's he doing? Death to Snart. This guy, yeah, he was trying to kill him. Howdy y'all, yuck yuck. Thought it was history. Silly you. Oh, he's talking to the audience. He's breaking what's that, the fourth wall? He's standing on top of the third wall, fourth wall. I'm better with that now, but holy cow. In 1991, I did not appreciate. Yeah, I didn't appreciate it. It's, you know, it's a gimmick you can do once. I think I don't know if he invented it, but was it? I don't know if it was Harry Lucy in the Archie comics. They did that one time and they made note of it in some book I read. Yeah, like, so this would have been the time of Ren and Stimpy. It's a sort of over-the-top, gory comic funniness. I did laugh somewhere. I'm sorry for all the fans of Ralph Snart out there, but I don't know where I got this comic, but I definitely didn't buy it. Maybe this is where I laughed. This looks pretty funny. His wife's chasing him down and hits him, runs him over. So now that bad guy's a zombie. Oh, and I kind of liked him here dressed up like Mickey Mouse. It's kind of funny. What's he doing here? He goes to this carnival or something. Then he's going to go over to these kids to perform. That's kind of cool. kick his... Oh, don't they hit him in the head with a baseball bat? Bonk. Oh, snud. Yeah, it's not bad. I hate rap. Theme park freak. Wait, was he rapping? Welcome to Wally Dizzy's world. Theme park of endless fun. Oh, but you gotta think like he's rapping. Howdy do, I'm Morton Mink. And all the kids love me, hee hee yuck. Why is he talking so loud? Yeah, this part was kind of funny. He's acting all mascot thing. And I like this idea. I like this car. When me and my friends, when I was in school, we thought, wouldn't it be cool? I think maybe we saw Death Race, or we'd heard about Death Race, the original movie. Thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was like this black car, like an old hot rod muscle car that was allowed to drive around and like drive people over. And like on the radio, there'd be like updates like, oh, the black car was spotted in, wherever. Where's Ralph Snart? I don't know why he's so mad at him. And what happens in the end? Oh, and then his wife like sleeps with this enemy guy. I'm here to destroy Ralph Snart. But first I will have his woman. He smooches her. 3 hours later. You were incredible, Doctor. Yeah. I've never been with a man so strong and vile. So I don't know, are we supposed to be rooting for Ralph Snart? I guess he's the title character. Has he done anything heinous? He gets beat up a lot. Yeah, like his kids were trying to kill him. Yeah, maybe it was just like, this guy's crazy, and look at all these wacky antics and violence that people have never seen before. And they're sort of making fun of, Disneyland, I guess. It's kind of cool that it's by now comics. Because what else are they going to publish? They're going to publish The Speed Racer. Oh, there's a good ad in this. Wait, did I miss any ads? So it's been all story, this first one. I don't know. So nuts. Oh, it's Green Hornet. So yeah, it looks like they've published a lot of licensed properties. I think they may have done, what was the Hanna-Barbera? Johnny Quest? Free Jack. I'm sure that didn't last. But yeah, The Speed Racer. Alright, did I finish my reviewing? Okay. They kick the kids. Yeah, so what happens? Does he see? He's coming home to find his wife sleeping with his arch nemesis. Sure is dark. Poopsie, anyone home? Hello, Mr. Snarty Poo. No, see, belly up to the fist bar for a knuckle sandwich to go. The doctor is in Eep. But yeah, look, they got somebody else maybe here doing, oh no, is that the same guy? Like if you got other artists doing your pinups at the back, you must be notable, or just paying those other artists fair penny. Yeah, here we got the Green Hornet. That was on TV for a short time, like where I lived, and I watched a few after, like when they started showing the Batman 60s show. And it was cool because there was the crossover with Batman that time. And I mean, Bruce Lee, come on. This was the ad that I liked to see here. So this was about the year when I started collecting comic books, superhero comic books, visiting comic book stores. And I thought, holy cow, like there's all different types of comics. I was like, what? A Married with Children comic? Like, that's so stupid. And then they had, oh, here it is. This is the first issue. And then I heard, well, I saw it like maybe a month or two later up on the wall. And they wanted like $5 for it. Like, cause what, it's like probably $1 US or something. Or maybe they wanted like $10 for it. And I was also, I was surprised. I don't think I got any Married with Children comics. I watched that show when, she's reading it upside down. In the 80s and 90s. Just recently, so I rewatched. After the One Piece Netflix show, I really liked that show. And when I got to the end, it had been like, a couple of years since the first season. So I didn't rewatch the first season before watching the second season. And after watching the second season, I went back and watched the first season and just finished watching the second season again. Anyway, rambling on. Peggy Bundy was in it, the actress. She played the crazy witch on top of the hill. And I did spot it on the first viewing. And you hear it first in the voice, and then you're like, wait, and then like, oh, that's Peggy Bundy. Oh, and here's a photo cover. I like the idea of photo covers. So, Married with Children, Greenheart. Oh, look at that cover of the next one. Oh, they got the Twilight Zone. Yeah, and like I said, I remember looking at the 7-Eleven. Oh, here's, I don't know what Free Jack, was that a TV show? It must be the good picture there. But yeah, I remember flipping through the Speed Racer comic and then thinking, oh, yeah, I think they made like a reboot cartoon that I probably even saw and was like, oh, this is lame. And so was the comic book. And I thought, now comics were not good comics. Well, I had never read many of the comics, but that was my review. So, thanks for joining me, and good night.